I'll be back in just a minute. Good morning. Well, that's not quite right. Try that again. There we go. That's better. Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan. It is Monday. Monday. November 1st, 2021. We're here to practice Yang Style Taiji. Last week I adjusted that a little bit. We practiced Yang Style Taiji on Monday and Yang Style Taiji on Tuesday. Yang Style Taiji should be on Monday. Alright, that's what we're doing for right now. So with that in mind, we have, let me fix this real quick here. Me being my own everything here. So I have talked about this idea of a set of basic exercises that I had learned when I very first started learning Yang Style Taiji. The teacher at the time, Huang Weilun, taught this set at the beginning of class, so we practiced it. We're going to do that set this morning. There are a couple of leg sets that will help us with the series that we're working on now in part 2 of Yang Style Taiji. This bring a leg up, sweep around, come down, come back, and now you get to put it down. Having sufficient strength in the supporting leg to keep your body upright is one part. Having sufficient strength through your back and your abs, because it's your back and your abs, and being able to, having enough flexibility to bring the leg up and hold it there, takes practice. So we're going to practice some of that this morning. Let me put coffee down. I also had a story that I've been working on, science fiction thing. Brings in some martial arts, lore and culture, and even some movements. I had a chance to work on that yesterday, and I'm really happy with some of what I came up with. So it's going to be a good class today. Alright, we're going to start with a basic stretch. I use this all the time. Today we're going to do 6, not 3. So outward stretch 6 times. Hands start with the front. Yeah, we're doing this, let's go. And back around to the center. Up along center line. Reach out. As you roll up, pay attention to keeping the spine open and pulling from the bottom up. Right? Reach out. Start at the base of the spine and pull up along the spine, one vertebra at a time. Reach out. Keep going. Keep the knees bent as you go over. Make sure to open the hip. 2 more. Keep the shoulders down. The arms are moving. They're just moving in coordination with the body. Reach out. Keep the arms round. Extend the fingers. Pull up. One more time. And reach up. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Okay. We have inward circle. So we just did the outward circle, and we have an inward circle. Hand circle at the front, and back around to both sides. Up along center line. Reach up, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, keep going. Roll down. Follow your fingertips down, bend the knees, reach out, arch through the back. As you come up, make sure you keep your knees bent, open the hip. Again. Make sure you keep your shoulders contained, right? Your shoulders should be open, but not tight. So flat is the better way to think of your shoulders. Keep going. Bend the knees. Stretch out through the arms, through the hands. Use the back of the leg as you come up. 2 more. And last time. Follow the fingertips down. Roll down. And let go of any tension that you've got there. Come on back up. Elbows drop down, stay upright. Fingertips, hands return to your sides. Alright, we have 3 more of these. I'm not going to do all of them this morning because that's going to take the whole class, and I don't want to do that. So, let you know, just watch for a second. We just done outward and inward, 6 of each. Next one, as we come up, circle around, start to left, come around, up on the right, and then we change and go to the other side. After that, there's outward and inward. Okay? And after that, we have one more, and that's a split. And yes, this does go all the way down, and I'm not going there right now. I might do that at the end of class. I might do this at the end of class. Very similar to what we do as we reach out over the legs, except this time instead of reaching out forward and bending forward, we're going to both sides. The hands should stay within your range of visibility, so your peripheral vision, however far you can see on either side, that's where your hand should be. No. Yeah, give or take. Alright, this also helps with posture. The arms should be in front. Little bit of a curve. Okay, now, leg work. We have several sets. I mentioned this, okay, so I've just explained it. We're skipping these additional stretches. I've given them in other sets, and I may take time, maybe over the holidays, another time, to re-record all of this warm-up set so that it's all in one place, clear and concise, all at one time. Again, I have it elsewhere. I'll find it. I know I have some of it up on the website. And that is something that I will mention. I am actively working on material that is either already on or is going to very shortly be on Wudon.com. Some of it is stuff that's already been there, and I'm just reworking it so that it's easier to find and it's more concise. Other things, like this segment on Yang Style warm-ups, will be new. All right, for leg work. We have several methods for walking and stepping. The first one, and we've done this enough times, we're going to do it together. Feet, hand behind the back, feet about shoulder width apart. I'm going this way. Bend the knees, shift left, right toes on 45. Shift to the right. Bring the other leg through, place the heel, transfer the weight. Shift back, open, stay straight. And keep going. Keep the foot open. Support the ankle through the leg. Don't let all your weight drop onto the ankle. And again. One more. Alright, now go backward. Shift back. Bring the leg in. Toes down. Put the heel down. Turn the toes. Shift forward. Shift back. Turn. Put the toes down. Put the heel down. Turn the toes. And shift. And shift back. It's a figure 8. Use the legs. And once we get back to where we were, one more step. I'm going to turn around and go the other way so you can see it. And set. And bring the foot back. Relax. Alright. Having more space is really nice. Alright. What I'm talking about with this idea of figure 8. All of our stepping follows that figure 8 pattern, alright? So, now, I gotta do this in the center, because this is where it needs to be. Alright, pay attention to legs. Taiji step. Front leg, 60%, back leg 40. Knee up to the toes, not over the toes, right? So you don't go past the toes, goes right up to the toes. It's important, alright? Correct stance, back foot 45, front foot straight. As I shift back, pay attention to the back leg, my right leg, not my front leg, not the turning leg, not pay attention to the back leg, Yay, back leg. Alright, see, back there we go. Back leg comes through and circles and place the heel and push. Transfer through. That stepping method. Goes backwards. We just did it. Alright. We need to pay attention to this idea in all of our stepping. It's a circle, 2 feet connected, we get a figure 8. We get some version of a figure 8 in just about every step that we take. Taiji stepping. It's the way that we move. It's this circle that we can use. And we want to notice how that circle, wherever it happens to be, because we're mostly in a circle for Tai Chi. There's very little straightforward stuff. It's all goes around. And that is one of the beauties of Tai Chi. So this idea of a circle. All right? Take the leg, circle out, put it down. We're going to do that, but we're going to do it to the side. Right? I'm going to go this way. Right? Bring it up, circle, out, put it down, transfer the weight, bring this one through in a circle and put it down. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and turn around for this one because it will be easier to follow. We're going to go back and forth and pay attention to this circle, this one. As the leg comes up, circle in the hip, right? Circle outward in the hip and put the foot down. Sustain the leg, keep the leg up. It's not hurry up and do this. This is slow. Hand behind back. Feet on shoulder width apart. Pay attention to your center. Support your weight over your legs. You don't want to be on your legs, you want to be over them. Shift to the right. Bring your left up. Extend. Put it down. Shift. Bring the right in, it's a circle. Inward circle. Shift. Outward circle. Place it. Don't drop it, place it. If it doesn't come up quite as far as you might like, that's okay. Alright? I'd like mine to be at 90 degrees. It's not happening. Not today. And again, this really pay attention to what's going on in the hip. Support the hip as the leg extends. Open it. So, support the hip through the waist. Give the leg room to extend. Alright, and we're going to go back the other way now. Center. Go that way. Shift. Step. And bring it up. I got a little bit better extension on the right leg than I do on my left. And a little bit more height. Don't point your finger. The hands should be relaxed more or less. If there's a little tension there, that's fine. Open the back. And yeah, for this one, leaning a little bit isn't great, but it's not that bad either. We don't want to lean a lot. This is not lean to 90. And center. Alright, relax. Alright, as we take the leg up, there's a bunch of different methods that we can practice. For this method, we don't want to lean too much sideways. So as the leg comes up, my leaning, not good. That's not the goal. The goal for this exercise is to open the hip and create strength in the leg so that your body stays more or less straight and the leg comes up and goes out and you put it down, okay? So that just, second one, what we're going for. There are methods, and I'm not going to do this too sharp because I'm not doing that today. I'm a little bit slow. There are methods that do ask us to lean. I'm going to get the other leg. Right? I do want to lean into that. I want this direction of force. And I do want my body to come up. I'm going to do. That's intentional. So is what we're doing. Okay? This kick, standard side kick, it's not anything fancy. It is one of those things that we do want to pay attention to at some point, not today. Right now, what we want to do is take some of what we've just been doing with this, bring up the leg, right? And apply it to what we're doing in part 2 of Yang Style Taiji. So let's start with crossing hands at the end of part 1. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Right hand on the outside, left hand on the inside, and turn, sink, turn foot, brush knee. Rest the bird's tail. Sink into legs. We're paying attention to legs today, in case you hadn't figured that out. And turn. All the way around, pay attention to turning the foot and push back the monkey. Hold ball. Diagonal climb. White crane spreads its wings. Step up, needle at C bottom. Hand to the back. Turn. And chop. Down. And punch. Ward off left. Ward off right. Rest the bird's tail. Press. And push. Turn. Single lift. And again. Turn. Flat hands. Single whip again. Pull back. Circle. Step out to the left. Look to the right. Bring the right leg up. Circle. Open. Bring the leg through. Place it. And come on up on the right. Open the left. Circle. Extend to the front. And now you're going to turn. Almost made it. Almost made it. We're going to work on this today. Give me a minute. Alright. So, all of this about being in balance and paying attention to where your body's placed. No, you're using it right here. As we extend, so I'm up here, I'm going to use this foot and an adjustment to my weight to turn 180. Now, ideally, didn't happen again, ideally when I do that, I remain well placed over the foot that I'm standing on. My other foot doesn't come down. Okay? The same strength that we use for the circle, we need to sustain it in this next move. It's not easy. I'm going to say that a different way. It's easier than it seems, and it's harder than it looks. Keep trying. From single whip, and we're going to go through, separate right and left, and we'll see if we can make it through the turn. And I'm going to give the next couple of moves so you see where it's going, okay? Whether I make it through the turn or not. Alright. Single whip. Shift. And turn. Cloud hands. That side step we were just working on, right here. And one more. Single whip. Shift back. Circle, parting the horse's mane. Turn. Separate right and left. Bring it up. Open. Bring the hand through. Put it down. And bring the left up. Circle. Bring it through. And turn. Extend. Now you get to put it down. Alright? So as we come around, I'm gonna do this, I'm just not gonna worry about it, alright? So from here, I'm up, open, in, around. I stayed up, out, and brush knee. Okay? This, you have to keep the leg up in order to be able to do that kick. Okay? It is a heel kick. As the foot comes down, it goes under to step under for brush knee. Let's do it again. Single whip. And relax through the back. Turn. Cloud hands. Support the weight through the torso. And turn. Extend. Pull back. Circle. Step through. Come up on the right. Your way up on the left, bring the right foot up. And open. And yes, I did have to stop that and start again. And step through. And on the left. Open. Circle. Turn. Heel. And step through. Alright. Watch one time. Alright. The balance point for the turn is through the center. Alright, and I will tell you, because I talked about this quite a bit, My correction, we're going to do this a couple more times actually. My correction is that I'm leaning. Okay? As I bring the foot in, I'm leaning a little bit towards it. It's throwing me off balance, and as I get thrown off balance, I try and compensate in the middle of the turn, and it ain't happening. Alright, so the idea that I'm here, alright, not doing anything else. Here, this heel. And I'm going to turn so that I'm facing that direction. It's not a complete turn. Right? So as I come around, I need to be here. And you saw me just, I know I did it. Alright, here. Go this direction and up. Alright, with what I just did, let's do that a couple of times because it's a method that we can use the same as we can adjust all of the other methods. Right? There are things that we want to do as closely as possible. There are what's codified in the form. This is the way the form says to do this. We should do it this way. Okay? There are also our own human limitations. Right? So as we build up the capability to do this, left foot's up. As I turn around, I'm going to plan to put my foot down behind me. Right there. Plant this, come back up. Works. Try a couple times. Single whip. And turn. Cloud hands. And sink. Open. Pull back. Circle. And up. Open. Bring it around. Put it down. Step through, close the toes. Step up. Open. Ready, and you're going to put it down behind. And out. Fresh knee. The idea that we don't practice something because we can't do it perfectly, really? How are you ever going to get good at it if you don't practice it? Now, I'm coffee. I need coffee. All right. So, back in the day, I had no problem with this move. I have practiced it from time to time over the years. I have not practiced this form to the level that I did 20 years ago. I practiced other things, not this particular form. The knowledge of what I need to do and the experience of how to do it is what informs my practice today. And I'm given what I'm doing and other things, if everything goes really well, by sometime in January, February, This won't be a problem. It won't. Alright? I say that not because I'm putting myself on a timeline, even though I am. I say that because in practice, we don't do everything perfectly the first time, or the second time, or the third time, or even the 20th time. Right? It takes more work. Zai, do it again. That literally means do it again. Zai. Single whip. Pay attention to where your center is. Pay attention to the center line through the body, where that is. How do you hold that center? And turn. Come through. And again. Cloud hands. Again. Set. Single whip. And turn. Open. Center. Whole body centered. And pull up. Open. Keep the center. Don't pay so much attention to your arms and your legs that you don't pay attention to your center. Hold it. And turn. Up. Brush knee. Well, it wasn't perfect, but I didn't have to wait till February. Excuse me. Alright. Pay attention to the center. We do it again. Pay attention one more time, just because. And I'm going to emphasize this. I was talking just now about practice, that you don't do it perfect every time. That, hey, I'm feeling really good right now because I didn't fumble. Yay! But that can't be a one-off thing. Not if you're going to be good at whatever you're doing. Not if you're going to make it repeatable. Okay? And that's our goal. It needs to be repeatable. It can't be, hey, great, I did that today, and whoopee. And tomorrow, I don't know. What did I do? How did I do it? What was I paying attention to? And what was the difference between what I was doing when I was unsuccessful and what I was doing when I was successful? Center. That center line. Not paying attention to what's going on here, very much paying attention to that center line. Let me try it again. Come on. Single whip. I told you at the beginning it'd be a good class today. Single whip. And shift. Cloud hands. 2, 3. Hold the center. Single whip. And open. Close. Open and close. Where's the center? Hold the center. Everything moves from the center. And come on up. And down. Alright. There are issues with what I just did. Hand position not quite right, coordination's a little bit off. Focused on staying upright. I did. Alright, that part of making it repeatable is what we're doing right here, is practice. I did this, it didn't work, what happened? If you can't do that analysis, your practice will never get better. If you don't do that analysis, your practice will never get better. Right? What happened? What did I do? I talked about that. I talked about I was pulling myself off balance with my foot. I was using too much energy as I pulled my leg in. I was throwing myself, I was leaning, I was throwing myself off balance by using too much force. That's what I meant. It's harder than it seems and it's easier than it looks. Alright? Just a little bit is enough if everything is well placed and well coordinated and you pay attention to what you're doing. This idea of putting your foot down behind, and I'm here, and I'm going to step behind here, turn the foot, and then bring this foot up. This is an extremely good way to help work through the problem of sustaining the weight on one leg. Now, I'm going to bet on me that when I'm 90 years old, if I live to be that long, my leg is probably not going to go up to that nice 90, 120 degrees. It's probably not. I'm probably going to be really happy to know that if I put my foot down and turn my other foot, I can bring this up and do something with it. Right? If I don't have the flexibility to bring my foot up, what do I do? Right here. Making the form regular, pleasing, in balance. No wobbles. Yeah, I went wobbles today. That's not the goal. I've talked about that. Pleasing, in balance, and with a quality of relaxation, this idea of, we call façon, being alert and being relaxed at the same time. Those qualities are so way much more important than how high your leg goes. They are. Alright, so just a little bit of review. Today we did outward stretches, inward stretches. I showed the side to side and the double and the outward. I talked about that. I'm going to do that. And you're welcome to join me if you'd like. I'm going to do this over here. Alright, so feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. Alright, this is the stretch I was talking about at the very beginning. My hips are warmed up enough to do this thing. So, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, and I'll turn around and go the other direction in a minute. Same as at the beginning, hands circle to the front. Yeah, your hips should be warmed up too. Come on back around to both sides. Up along center line. And you probably want to turn the toes out just a little bit as we start down. Open to both sides. Keep the hands where you can see them, peripheral vision. Keep going. Yay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and down. And come on up. Along the center line, and we're going down again. One more time. All the way down. Hold through the abs, hold through the back, drop the tailbone. And up. Open. And stay there. I'm going to do it one more time. You can do this with me if you want, but you don't have to. Alright? Keep the back as straight as possible. Alright? It's going to show that mine is not. Okay? As straight as possible. We want straight up and down. So you have to be a little bit behind your heels in order for physiologically that to happen. There's body mechanics and physics, and you have to be. Put your butt back behind your heels just a little bit. But not like this. Okay? Up. Sink. Okay, and I'm not doing that again. Not right this morning anyway. Alright, but this stretch, it doesn't require the hip to be open, it demands that the hip's open. Okay, there's no, you cannot do that if the hip is not able to move around the leg. You also can't do that if the leg is not strong enough to support the weight as you go down and as you come back up. Okay? All of this has to hold and pull up so that the weight is not entirely dependent on the strength of the leg, that your body is supported. It takes practice. We'll work on this some more. The same with the other basic sets. We'll do a little bit more of this leg work as we're paying attention to this particular piece in part 2 of Yang Style Taiji. Bring the leg up and around and now you get to put it down. Appreciate you being here today. I'll be back with Wudang Taiji tomorrow. Wudang Taiji sword on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, Wudang Qigong. Hope you join me. Thank you.